Oh, we're live. Okay. Is anyone in the chat?
Nope.
That's a big no. So I'm going to oh, I got a notification for it though. So I'm going to tweet out the link. If anyone shows up in the meantime, let me know. And we'll get started in a couple minutes.
Sure, I'll let you know. Oh, I can't even use my phone. Someone's here. Is that you?
No, because I'm not viewing it. So it's someone else. Hey, guys. All right, I'm tweeting out the link real quick so we can try and get some more people in here. So copy link. This is our first time, guys, so please don't read us for filth. What up, Zachary?
We just watched the episode.
It's very hot.
Yeah.
But we're doing this.
It became summer in New York in one day.
Oh my god, it did. And of course, my house phone's gonna ring now, but I'm not gonna answer. I'm pretty sure it's my grandpa. Sorry, Grandpa. What did we think of the ending? We're gonna talk about it in just a minute. I'm just gonna tweet this out real quick, and then we'll get into the details. I promise. Okay? Oh God.
She needs concentration.
All right, I tweeted.
I tweeted.
I did. All right. Let's get into this episode. We can start at the ending as requested.
I don't think the Black Hood is going to do anything to Cheryl.
I think he's just there to put the fear of God in her.
I think so too. I guess because he's realizing that she's working with Betty and like she's learning information and.
Oh, did one of the ghoulies shoot Fang? All right, Derek, we're gonna keep that in mind after we discuss this ending here.
Mm-hmm.
My main concern is it actually Hal, or I think Hal's working with someone, and that's how, the Black Hood showed up and tried to shoot Fred and Hermione live during their debate.
And he was there protecting Betty. So you're still convinced that it's Hal?
I'm still 100% convinced it's Hal. I think he's working with someone. I mean, okay, I'll say that later. I think maybe he recruited Chick to work with him, potentially. Ooh, wouldn't that be interesting? At the end there. But, Svensson was, he used Svensson as, like, the Black Hood used Svensson as a scapegoat. So why wouldn't it make sense that he would find someone to be a scapegoat again for him?
Mm-hmm.
Because Hal doesn't want to go to jail. Hal has his family back, and now he wants to be with his family.
Yeah, sure. There was another question. There was a few questions as you were talking about the ending. Well, and also part of the ending was Betty
was ready to square up.
Yeah, she just like brought a gun and everything, and I guess she thought she was meeting the Black Hood / her dad, but in fact, nobody showed up.
They went to Cheryl, because Betty was like, me and Cheryl were blah, blah, blah. And it's like, Cheryl needs more terror in her life, obviously.
And also, what's his name? Fang's getting shot and possibly dying. We don't know. It was just in his stomach, so he might not be dead. He might just be in critical condition.
That was a lot of blood, and no one was trying to apply pressure to that wound. You would think one of those kids would know something about gunshots.
Would know about gunshots.
They're in a gang.
They're just all like playing in the blood. No one's like...
How do they not know that when someone has like any kind of like gunshot, like stab, you immediately apply pressure to try and stop the bleeding? I'm not a doctor. What do I know about science? I'm not in a gang.
To answer one of your questions about if it was the ghoulies, yes. Alyssa thinks that it was Reggie's gun that went off as he was going down.
But I definitely think that I never thought about that. That because the promo that was so crazy I couldn't comprehend it showed that the ghoulies are going to be back in town, possibly with Penny coordinating because she's evil and just can't leave.
I mean, she needs revenge. I'm mad. I'm gonna come at you. Why not? Why wouldn't I?
I'm not mad about it. It's going to be a minor inconvenience. Not minor, it's going to be a big inconvenience.
I mean, Jughead literally cut her skin off of her, so like...
Yeah, he did that. Oh, Archie was ready to go murder someone to be in a mafia for life, so none of them are sin-free at this point. We're going to leave it at that. But to answer more of your questions, I have the chat up here. Did you guys enjoy the episode, and were there tears? I liked the episode. It was, you know, a lot of stuff going on and dramatic, but not too much. Hi. I liked it.
I liked it too. It felt more of like closer to the end type of episode where they're just like bringing up everything. You know, this is happening. This is happening. Oh, your heart is racing.
I think they're definitely setting up the last 2 episodes of the season to be kind of a battleground. You see some like side shifting. You know, this Black Hood thing's going to come to a point, and then this civil war in Riverdale is also coming to a head. The North Side, South Side arguments being brought back. I think it was very unfair, and people didn't trust the legal system against Fangs.
I mean, they weren't exactly doing what they were supposed to do.
No, there was no due diligence. There was no innocent until proven guilty.
Is there ever?
That's true. He didn't have his actual trial, but he was deemed guilty in the court of public opinion, which is a very important one. All right, going down.
Oh, wait, did we cry? No.
No, we didn't cry.
We're not much criers, sorry.
I only tend to cry when it's, like, really, really, like, intense. Yeah. Or if it's a heartwarming story on the news about a, you know, dad in combat sending a video to his daughter. I got teary-eyed today watching ABC. Do you guys think Hal was set up like FP in season 1? I don't think so, because I don't think they would do kind of the same thing twice.
There's that.
For 1. 2...
But also, FP was kind of involved.
He was involved, but he was also framed to be seen as the one who did everything.
All right.
He had a part in it, but he didn't commit murder.
He cleaned up a murder.
I definitely think Hal has a dark side. And, I don't remember where I saw this, but someone had the idea that maybe Hal was setting about doing all this because Alice said in season 1, your father, he doesn't have the guts to do, you know, SHIT, basically.
Yeah.
So that was something interesting, I thought. Hal is... Okay, Charmed Original said, Hal is still a red herring. It's either Hal's twin brother or Charles, FP and Alice's son, somehow alive. I think that's an interesting theory. It would be interesting for Hal to have a twin, considering the whole Blossom twin thing, and then one kills the other.
Yeah.
Especially because the other twin...
Oh, that might really be a twin, because the guy legit looks like him in the hood with the plaid shirt and the gun. He was just like, wapow, wapow. It could be a twin. You're onto something here. I'll think about that this week.
I gotta think about that. That was good. Were there any foul scenes? There were no foul scenes this episode, but FP and Alice were both in the episode, which is kind of good and fun. At least for me. We find out who the Black Hood is next week. Okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I mean, the mystery needs to come to an end at this point. You know, Svensson, everyone was so let down by Svensson being the Black Hood. They were like, this ain't it.
I was completely let down.
So, thinking about it now, I think it really does, if Hal is the Black Hood, I think it brings it full circle in, like, a really good way. And a way that I think makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's keep reading. Where is the Death Note reaction?
That's a long explanation.
There's a lot going on in our lives right now. And it's been a little hard to find time to do everything with what's going on.
And be together. Because we prefer the Death Note reactions to be the 3 of us. And if we can't get together, it's kind of hard to produce videos if we can't get together. You know.
We're trying.
Yeah. We literally were going to film today, but Sarah's sister was in the hospital. So, you know, we couldn't do that either. So, you know, things are just... Sorry.
We have one filmed. It just has to be edited and put up, and it will in time. All right. Where can I catch this episode?
If you have a Fire Stick.
Well, we're not endorsing that. I would say check the CW website by, I mean, it's 9:45 our time. I would say after it airs on the West Coast, it should probably be up on the CW. Otherwise, you know, you guys have the internet. You can do with it as you,
Please.
Yeah, we're gonna say that. Do you guys think that if Hiram goes back to jail, he'll have a fail-safe that causes the town to lose all its money and go bankrupt since he's known for embezzlement? I said that word totally right.
Embezzlement.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna go back to jail. At least not anytime super soon.
Yeah. I don't really think he's doing anything technically illegal. He's just being shady.
Oh, 100%. He's not doing anything super illegal now. He's just being a mastermind. But if he did pay Reggie to shoot fangs, that is illegal. But he'll never get, like, the law is very loose in Riverdale. And also the new sheriff is his buddy.
That is
He's
true.
going to get away with a lot.
I don't think if he did end up going to jail, things are definitely going to be, because he'll probably have things popping up, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Blah.
I loved seeing Veronica power play her father in this episode. At the end, it didn't exactly work out, but I kind of liked that competition going on because she's finally starting to kind of see through the BS, and I'm here for it. I'm here for her and Archie moving past this mob stuff. It's intense. It's a lot.
It is a lot. I mean, and they're young adults. Let's say young adults, not teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
They're young adults, and essentially, she's trying to please her father. Archie, we got a little bit into why Archie was working with Hiram was because he didn't want to feel like he was helpless. Completely understandable.
I thought that was a great scene with his dad this episode, by the way. We need to mention that.
Completely understandable of like why I'm still upset that he did what he did, but understandable why he felt like he should go to somebody that was like, strong and powerful. So he was like, okay, I want to be a part of that. I want to do everything I can to be that type of person.
I definitely think it was a needed scene.
Definitely.
And to kind of bridge that gap between Fred and Archie that they'd kind of gotten into. Hi.
What's up?
So now they're kind of, mending that. And of course, Archie had to seal the deal.
With some,
Nookie.
knocking the boots.
Yeah. All right. It's 3:39 a.m. here. What am I doing with Claudia B? I don't know what you are doing.
Go
with
to
your
bed.
life.
Get some sleep.
Do you have school in the morning? Do you have work? Do you have the day off?
Go to bed. It's not worth it. Go to bed. I wish I was in bed.
Oh boy. But thanks for watching so late. Did you hear the actors who play Tony and Reggie were made series regular for season 3 today? Ooh, I did not, but I like that.
You're always keeping us up to date with things that are happening. We
you
see
really
you,
are
Charmed
Original.
We see you.
You always got our backs telling us everything.
We see you and we hear you.
Yes. I really like that because I really enjoy Tony.
Yeah.
And I would definitely like to see more from Reggie because I do like Reggie's character.
I like him as a character because he brings a lot to the story. It's just sometimes I'm annoyed. But yeah,
he's a good antagonist, and I think he's a good foil. Especially in the comics, he was always like the rich jerk, so to speak. Rich jerk bully, which he still is. So it'll be kind of interesting to see them get to like play around with them more. Especially because this Reggie seems here to stay and not hop shows. Throwing a little shade there. All right, it's 8:45 p.m. where Scare is.
Nice.
You're okay to be up at this point.
You got a couple hours to where you can be up.
All right, Emily Moen said, "What do you think about Betty and Hal talking at the end of the episode?" We were kind of confused at the scene where she called him because we had subtitles on and it said Hal, so we weren't sure if she was actually calling her dad or if she was calling the Black Hood's number, and we were just confused what was happening. But even though he didn't show up to that scene later, it would have been so good too. We don't know if he's not gonna show up later, but I really want to see that showdown.
It could have been the conversation where they had at the table, where she was telling her parents about how she has this darkness inside of her and blah blah blah.
That was so manipulative.
He
was being so manipulative.
But also, usually Hal has humongous reactions to everything. And this time he's like, "It's okay, Betty. I have a darkness too." Excuse me, motherfucker. Are you serious?
When has Hal not flipped out about a small thing? The only other time was when he came crawling back and Alice was like, "He's not your son." He was like, "I understand."
Well, that's why he was so upset to begin with. He probably knew that wasn't his kid.
So, how's suspicious? Suspect number 1. Alright, Victoria Christine said, the actor who plays Fangs tweeted and said how great the actors and crew were to work with. Am I reading too much into this, or does that sound like he's done on the show?
Oh.
I think it's possible he could be done, but I say never say never.
I mean, Joaquin came back for like 0.2 seconds with his fine ass.
It'll be interesting. I guess we'll find out next episode for sure the fate of Fangs.
Yeah.
I really liked Fangs a lot this episode. Like, I
don't want to die.
That broke my heart.
For us to be over. My boss is playing at this point.
Oh, God. I also think the guy that plays Fangs is a really good actor. You know, from the bits we saw of him today, I really liked his performance. So, it would be a shame to not have him on the show anymore. Because I think he...
That was me, sorry.
I think he has a lot of potential, but I think it also could be that he's gonna bite the dust. Which we'll miss him if that's the case.
I think...
I think it could go either way.
It may seem that way with the way he's tweeting about, like, oh, this person was so
But
good
tons
to
of
me.
actors do that all the time. Like, spoilers for Scandal, but people thought Quinn was dead, and the actress was even tweeting, like, oh, it's been so great to work on the show, blah, blah, blah. And then she showed up, like, 3 episodes later, not dead. So, you never know, is all I'm saying.
That is true. They just felt like, I guess this was their shining moment, and everyone was so nice to them and such. What are you laughing at?
Max Sundancer said, do Archie and Veronica ... If you mean Whoopi, yes.
Are we not allowed to curse on live stream or something? Because
I don't know. Fuck. I'm being cautious.
I'm never cautious. In real life, I curse like a sailor. I try and dial it down for YouTube. It's so much that I could catch myself with sometimes. But FYI, if you ever meet me in person, I would curse like a sailor.
That's true. I tend to as well. Scarce said, wait, is there any Bughead moments? There is in the beginning. It's small. It's not really like, any romantic thing. It's more just them walking and Jughead and her talking. And he's like, oh, it could be worse. And she's like, yeah, my dad could be the Black Hood. And he's like, oh, yeah, that would be worse. But Jughead has a lot to deal with in his own thing going on with Fangs and everything. He's trying to do good by Fangs.
Yeah.
He's trying to get him out. And by the end, it's proven he couldn't. But that boy did all he could to make this. He called up Sierra to be his lawyer.
Smart.
He was like, thinking about Unity. I can't remember. Their huddle was so cute. Oh, now I do think he's gonna die. Oh no, I'm sorry.
He tried his best. Jughead was a little preoccupied. He couldn't necessarily, unless, usually sometimes they keep them together to have their moments together, but I guess they kept it. Why?
I don't know. Okay.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Yeah. That's part of the message streams. Shout out to Team French. All right.
Wait, what?
Oh, Claudia B said she's on a break from school. Whole Poland is celebrating 1st and 3rd of May.
Poland.
Nice. Hello to Poland.
Oh my god.
I need Bughead and Sprouse Heart moments. I'm like, go to Tumblr. That's going to be your A+ source for whatever you want.
Or Instagram.
Yes,
it
that's
just
true.
pops up everywhere.
That's true. All right, there's some messages retracted. How was that Cheryl scene at the end? I nearly jumped out of my seat.
I was so scared, and I was just like, wow, her mouth got big, so she was like, ah, and Melissa was like, I would do the same thing.
Madeline Pecht has a big mouth.
A lovely mouth.
Yes. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. If you guys have any more questions about the episode or anything, please do send them. We would love to talk about some more things. I will... You don't have to, Claudia. You're on a break from school. We can't force you to do anything. If you want to stay up and watch us, feel free to. All right.
Did you hear the Sabrina spinoff got its name today? They went with Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, like the graphic novels.
I read, the first issue or two of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, it's a big departure from Sabrina the Teenage Witch I'm used to of yesteryear. I loved that show with Melissa Joan Hart, okay?
Me too. My favorite no lie. Sarah and Alyssa would catch me randomly watching Salem
Saberhagen.
Random moments on TV. It'll be like 10 p.m. and I'm sitting there laughing at this puppet cat because he's so funny. I love Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
It was so good. I think it's good that since they're, reviving this character in another TV show, they're going a completely different route with it. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is much more horror-based. It takes a much darker angle on witches. Like, Sabrina the Teenage Witch was more, like, fun, 90s.
Oh, Alyssa.
Oh, Cello! Shout out, that's my little cousin. I love you. Thanks for coming into the live stream, buddy. What? You don't watch? Do you even watch Riverdale? Oh, I think the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is going to be like a really interesting, take on it, and I want to see kind of how closely it will be to the comics. So I'm going to have to like pick those up and go through it. What do you guys think?
I did hear, I sent Alyssa this on Twitter, because we tweet each other things without even seeing each other for weeks, about they casted Austin...
Oh, the one that played Austin on Austin and Ally.
I think his name is Austin Butler.
Ross Lynch. Austin Butler is another person, though.
Okay, Ross Lynch for Harvey. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think they could have gotten someone a little cuter, personally, because, to me, he's not super, hunkalicious or anything. I don't know why I used that word. But, I kind of have to see how he does as an actor in it and everything. And, that can really change a perception. For sure. All right. I can hear the birds outside. Goatee. Okay. What else happened in this episode? Hiram was being sneaky, trying to hire Reggie. He bequeathed Reggie the Dark Circle. And it used to be called the Red Circle, but now it's the Dark Circle. When did that name change come?
It was the Red Circle. Somebody let me know. It was the Red Circle.
It was the Red Circle. They had the stupid, they had the stupid song.
I hate Hiram.
Hate Hiram. Oh, this episode made me absolutely hate Hiram. Before I was like, ooh, he's hot, I can get over a little bit. And now I'm just like, you're evil. What am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know.
Alright. Everybody in the comments or in the chat right now, who is your least favorite character on Riverdale?
That the name was different? Yes.
No, it 100% is different. Like, when did it change? Why did it change? Why don't I remember?
Who chose to change it?
Exactly. Nick. Oh, yeah, Nick's a good choice. Considering he's a rapist. Either Chick or Nick St. Clair. I understand not liking Chick. He was, yeah.
Nick St. Clair was pretty... Yeah.
Chick was just creepy. So we never knew what was, going on with him or anything like that.
That is true. Well, he did pretend to be somebody's...
Penelope.
He did pretend to be somebody's son. And let them get attached to him.
Yeah.
And then killed somebody in their house. And then...
He just has bad etiquette. Really bad etiquette, as it's been proven.
Who's your least favorite character?
My least favorite? I gotta say Hiram at the moment. Because he's just being all kinds of wrong.
It's a toss-up between Chick and Hiram for me.
Mm-hmm. At the end of last season, it was Hermione for me. But, she hasn't done anything.
I'm trying to remember what she did so bad last season.
That was when we found out, she was working with Hiram more and was, we didn't know she was, in it.
Okay.
At the end of last season, and she wasn't being a great mom then. But now, I've changed my opinion on her because she hasn't been as much in the forefront or as much of the, bad mom this season. But all the parents are bad parents at some point, so.
I'll probably be a bad parent at some point.
Everybody will be. No one's a perfect parent. Let's make it honest. Allison and Pierre, not great parents, but they've redeemed themselves this season, more so.
Sorry, I was reading the comment as you were talking.
Oh, started watching Riverdale for the gay.
But now I'm so pissed that I need to wait a week or more for next episode.
Okay, let's talk about Joaquin's brief cameo. That boy showed up, his hair was darker, and all I thought was
he's like, I live a new life. Yeah. I'm on the run.
He's in San Junipero.
He has no worries. He's like, I could take care of my skin every night. I have 3 meals a day. I exercise
That's why
every day.
I said right when we were watching the episode, I was like, "Oh, he's looking like a snack." He was looking like a snack. It was also kind of a pleasant surprise to see him.
Tell me why? Because they were doing like the Carrie production and Fangs and Kevin were hanging out. I thought they were together, and Alyssa's like, he could be bisexual, and I was like, you got me there.
You got me there. Oh, God. Catfish is iconic. Should have never called me a fat-ass Kelly Price. Who do you think will die next week? Right now, the money's on Fangs, but it could be someone else.
I mean, Chick could pop up dead.
That's true.
Fangs from the gunshot wound.
As long as it's like a minor character, not the core 4 or Kevin or Josie, I think we'll be okay.
It could be a parent, like...
Oh, please don't be Fred.
No.
Or Alice for FP. It can be anyone else. That's who I'm protecting. I like Alice. Can we just talk about how FP has become the best parent? Yes, Hunter James. FP has become a very good parent. The Serpents were doing the sit-in, and he's like, I brought you guys food. Even though Jug was supposed to be on a hunger strike, he's like, my son, eat.
I won't tell nobody.
He's trying to make sure Jug doesn't end up in jail and make mistakes. He's trying to be better, and I appreciate that.
That's a good parent quality, to make sure your kid doesn't end up in jail.
He's learned. He's like, the history is not going to repeat itself.
Yeah, he's gotten way better, because remember, I guess, I don't know what it was last season with whatever he was doing. He wasn't really involved in Jughead's life. Jughead was homeless. Like, I guess prison really woke him up.
Yeah, Fatima Perez says, Fred is the only parent I like. Fred's a good choice.
Fred and his wife.
Oh, Mary. Mary's so good. Mary needs... Okay, I'm sorry. Molly Ringwald, we need you to be a series regular. We need you here all the time. Because when Archie's acting a buffoon, you shut him down, and that's what Archie needs half the time.
Yeah.
Even in the comics, like, sometimes he'd go off and be like, oh, you guys are the worst parents, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. Someone needs to shut that behavior down, and Mary is the person to do it. Because Fred's like... Oh, I remember being like that. And Mary's like, we're not tolerating this.
Fred is the understanding parent, and Mary's the, no, not in my house type of parent.
Oh, okay. Derek Hogan says he changed the name to the Dark Circle in episode 17. Guess we have to watch it.
Where were we?
I guess I have to go try and find that scene. But guys, who loved the Red Circle dubstep song? It's such a good... What, is it on YouTube? Because it needs to be on YouTube.
Oh, no.
And I just need the song.
Alyssa played it a lot, and I was...
It's funny. It's just funny. All right. Hunter James says, Jughead has always and forever will be the best boy.
Yeah.
Agreed. Jughead is a good boy. What did he call himself this episode where I was like, what is...
I have it. I Googled it.
Oh,
my phone.
He called himself like an icona...
Conosis?
Something, and I was like, what is this word? I've never heard it before in my life. I had like a mental crisis.
They keep throwing SAT words at us, and we're like 23, 24, and we don't know what's going on.
We looked it up, and when the definition, if you guys didn't look it up yourselves, is like someone who's like a critic or like a skeptic is like a more basic kind of answer of that, and I was like, okay, that's accurate for Jughead, Jughead is a good boy.
He's very good. He's like...
I like when he's soft. It's nice. It was the episode where Tony and Veronica Brookshire were out of the Sisters of Quiet Mercy. I guess we were too distracted by that, honestly, to remember.
I mean, we were too distracted by that kiss to notice that they changed this little group into something,
Yes, we do also ship Choni. It's a good thing.
It's a very good thing.
Oh, it's my little cousin in the chat, asking for shout-outs.
I mean, if you want
Check out his channel if you want. He makes some cool, fun things. Choni is a good ship. I feel like they can balance each other out in a way. Cheryl needs someone to just calm her down.
I mean, Tony's very chill.
Yes.
Like that whole thing when Reggie and them came into the classroom, like, yo, blah, 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 blah. Sorry.
Oh, when the fight was happening this episode between the serpents and the bulldogs, like, in the
classroom.
Serpents Club, and Tony was just standing in the middle like, what buffoonery is this? You know.
She's like, I don't have time for this.
So, she's really chill, and I think Cheryl needs that in her life, and she needs someone that's stable to be, like, she needs stability in her life, basically, and Tony can very much be that, because Tony's, like, been there, done that, in a way, where she understands. And I think that's good for Cheryl. Alright.
Desperate groups. I'm not understanding the Dark Circle's motives too much, because they're angry that Midge had intercourse with the serpent. Not the end of the world.
Like, they both, it takes two to tango, and they both decided to. Like, this wasn't a case of, like, Nick St. Clair and Cheryl. Like, it wasn't that kind of situation. It obviously seemed like they both were interested in each other and had a thing going on. You know, if maybe even not romantically, like, they obviously had a physical attraction to each other and acted on it.
Yeah.
So, and everyone's up in arms about it. You know, the serpents weren't like, oh my god, you slept with the Northsider. The people on the north side were the only people like, oh my god, he must have killed her because he slept with her. It's not all like that, guys. Come on. And it was so obviously done by the Black Hood that, like, how they're trying to keep it separate made no sense.
They know it was a middle-aged white man at the Black Hood. Mm-hmm. Things doesn't look like that at all.
Bye, Claudia. Have a good sleep. Gotta interrupt that real quick to say that.
Good night.
Good
sleep
night.
Tight.
And Hunter Dreams said, the writers keep playing with my emotions, teasing Jughead and Cheryl Dust. I could, no, we're not doing that. It's not happening.
Not today, Satan.
No. After Cheryl tried to kill herself last season finale, not happening again.
Yeah.
I don't think they would kill Jughead either, though, because he's overwhelmingly the fan favorite. Or a fan favorite, at least.
I feel like he...
And I think that definitely has to do with Cole Sprouse.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone...
Partially.
We know him. We love him.
He's also a good actor, so that helps. And he gives Jughead a lot of charisma and grounding. Oh, hey, Aunt Jeannie. My family's all up in the chat. Hey, guys.
Wow.
This is just going to be my family in the chat. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but Jughead is, like, really popular.
It would be depressing.
He can't die. Don't die.
Oh, boy. He's not going to die. They could put him in a coma. I don't think they would do that, though, also because how much do you think the ratings would plummet? Because one of their most popular ships involves this character. He's also the narrator of the series. He's also, like, a super popular character. At least at this point, season 2, when the show's still very early on, it wouldn't make sense to do that to a character. But maybe season 6, if Cole Sprouse was like, I'm really done being on this teen drama show.
I mean, but he just got back into acting, so...
Exactly, Fatima.
Huh?
She was saying Jughead's the narrator.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm. You know, he's the one that's essentially writing the story. He's the Truman Capote.
I forget all the time that he's the narrator.
Was there a narration this episode? I feel like there wasn't.
I miss a lot. I'm sorry.
Derek Hogan said, do you think this series would be willing to kill Archie?
Yes.
I don't know. If only because he is the comic series title. Like, his character was so popular. Originally, Archie Comics was called something else. And his character was so popular, they renamed it Archie Comics.
Wow.
I mean, I think at this point, a lot of us would be. I would really like to see, like, good boy Archie Andrews.
I would like to see more character development for Archie. I want Archie to get to that point to where in the comics he was so loved. I want him to be so loved in the show like how Jughead is.
I would love, like, if you've read the 2015, like, Archie relaunch, that's the current, like, series going on. I really, really, really enjoy Archie's character in that. And while I'm personally not, like, a super big fan of, like, you know, Betty and Archie, in that comic, I can kind of see why they work. And I can also see why his relationship with Veronica works and why that love triangle exists. And I feel like it works really well. And that's kind of the Archie that I love, who always tries his best, is kind of a klutz and maybe sometimes a bit of a dope, but he's always trying to just do the best thing he can, and he's always trying to be a good person, even if sometimes he can be impulsive and stuff like that. And that's the kind of Archie that I really enjoy, and I would love to see a bit more of that in the show. Maybe next season, if we can work past this mob stuff, we'll get a bit more of that side, and I would really enjoy that, personally. How was the trailer for 221?
Confusing.
There was so much happening, I really couldn't process it. I think I have to watch it again, probably tomorrow, maybe the extended trailer, and it'll make more sense. Right now, it was just a lot of flashes of different stuff.
A lot of serious stuff.
Yes. The one thing I could see was there's going to be a showdown between the ghoulies and the serpents.
Hermione has a gun.
Penny was back. Archie had a baseball bat, I think.
I'm not 100% sure about
And
Archie.
I think there was some stuff with Betty. I really couldn't process it very much, honestly. I'm okay with Archie death. Yeah, same. People just don't want Betty, Cheryl, or Jug. I can understand. Would Veronica die? I feel like at this point they can't kill any of the core four. Because they're the foundation of the comics. Especially this early on, it wouldn't make sense to do that when they're like the staple characters.
I mean, in like American TV, we don't do that ever. Kill off like a lot of the main characters.
It has happened once or twice, like on Grey's Anatomy. You know, spoilers, if you haven't watched that already. They killed McDreamy, who was the main romantic lead. But that was like
8 seasons in.
That was like over 10 seasons in.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, it has to get to a certain like point before they decide to like really kill the main focus characters.
The characters that people come back for.
Yes. Usually, you know, in Stay Grey's Anatomy, Meredith and Derek were the two main leads.
Yes.
While the other, like, supporting characters were, like, also considered leads and stuff like that, those were the two main, you know, and Jughead, Betty, Archie, and Veronica are the 4 main at this point. You can also kind of count Cheryl and Kevin in that sometimes, but I think those characters still have more of a chance than the main 4 do. Fatima Perez said, what do you think season 3 will be about? I feel like I have to see the next 2 episodes to kind of see how it's going to go. But I do think the mayoral campaign might be dragged out a little bit more.
I feel like that would be too. Or we find out who becomes mayor and they shake up everything in the town.
That'd be true. I feel like it could go on for a little longer, though. Personally. And it would be a chance to bring Mary back in, which we all know I want at this point.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple different ways they can go with it. I would like to see season 3 be less about, like, you know, murder mystery, and I'd like to see it be a bit more about recovering in the town, coming back together and recuperating.
But that's the whole theme.
Well, obviously it'll break apart again later, but I would like to see it kind of, you know, start to mend a little bit maybe next season.
Because that's how the show started, was like a murder mystery. And we were like, oh, it's going that way. We weren't expecting that. So I feel like if they steer away, what are they going to do? Like, somebody apparently has to die, or some type of case has to be solved. Betty literally is Nancy Drew.
That's true. I would like to see them just put that in the backseat for a little bit. Because I feel like in season 3, you know, because we've had the 2 seasons of these big mysteries, I feel like they could take a little bit of a break to kind of, like, rebuild. Or maybe they'll give the town something to rally around. Mm-hmm. So that gives a little bit, and then maybe they can go back to murder, who knows. Or maybe they can go investigate a murder in another town and leave this town be for a little while. Hundred said Hiram wins and Archie and Jughead go to war. I think we got a little taste of that this season. They seem to be on solid ground. Jughead and Archie, I mean, at this point.
At this point, yeah.
They do seem to be on solid ground, and she said she thinks that they saw that Archie was trying to, you know, stop Reggie from what he was doing, which, what is with Reggie? I don't understand why he was so hung up on Midge. I don't know what,
maybe he had a crush on her.
Maybe it's because, I don't know if it was kind of like because he's a jock and she was a cheerleader kind of mentality, or that, like, she was one of us mentality, which it might also be. So that's interesting. Hi, Uncle Lou. Thanks for liking our blogs. They're so cold. All right. Booty Slap Man said, I'm sorry. Do you think they'll finish the Black Hood storyline this season?
Totally.
I think absolutely. That's what it looks like the last 2 episodes. Part of them are going to be rounding out. And I really don't think we can drag it into next season. I think we would be too exhausted.
Especially since I thought it was kind of hoping it was over at the end of
last season just to not deal with it anymore.
No. Last half of
Sorry,
the season.
That's what I meant.
Because, like, we were all hoping, we would be done with that plot. But they brought it back full swing for the last few episodes. So they need to
I don't mind, because at least this feels like a more satisfying conclusion.
Well, yeah. Nobody liked that ending for part 2A. That's what Olsen called it.
And I like that they gave us a little bit of a break from it, which I enjoyed.
But when they threw it back in, I was like, where'd that come from?
Oh, we have a lot of things going on right now. Okay. Scare wants more Bughead.
Of course.
Totally C said, what characters would you like to see more of in season 3? Tony, probably.
Josie.
Josie, for sure.
Why do I have to ask for that?
That's true. I would like to see a bit more focus on Josie as well. I tend to forget sometimes because sometimes she's there and sometimes she's not.
See, the thing is that I read a lot of Josie and the Pussycats, so that's why I'm always asking for her. So I'm like, she's like one of the few characters out of Archie Comics that got their own comic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong.
Also, shout out to the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I did love that movie. It's a good... there's so much product placement, which also makes me think of Riverdale, because CoverGirl. Arched, what was that? I don't know. What did I say? I have no idea.
Arched. What is Archie and Buffy?
Is that Archie and Jughead? Isn't that called Jarchie? Couldn't tell you. Sorry, let me scroll back up. We would like to see more of Josie.
Josie, Tony, maybe a little bit more Kevin. We've been getting him more, but it's like still on the side.
I would definitely love to see a Kevin and Josie plot because of what's going on with their parents.
Yes!
Season 3, bring that. Luke Stack said maybe they should start the first half of episodes for recovery for the town, and then the second half can be about murder. I think that would make it a good balance.
Yeah.
He also said, Reggie and Tony are now regulars. How do you feel about that? We're happy about it. Good. We're ready to see more of them. Purple Diamond said, I low-key think Hiram has a thing for teenage boys, because first he went after Archie and now Reggie. That's what prison does to a man. I'm joking. Please. It is not acceptable. But
I guess because they're so susceptible to influence?
I definitely think so. I do think that Hiram wants a protege, and I don't think he wants that to be Veronica. I think he does want it to be a boy.
Really?
And right now he's on thin ice with Archie, so maybe Reggie could be that.
But he wasn't willing to cash out the money for Archie.
That's true. That's why I said I think he's done with Archie.
He was like, he's not blood. So I get, why didn't they have more children? I don't know. Does Veronica...
Japan.
Ooh. Does Veronica have a sibling in the comics?
No, I'm pretty sure she's an only child. Bye! Chandra said, Archie, Jughead, Hiram, and the Black Hood will all end up behind bars in Hiram's jail in season 3.
This damn jail!
Is there a women's section? Is it a co-ed prison? That's something to consider, because those exist.
They do exist. I was watching a documentary about
They do exist.
Yeah, they do.
I was just saying, like, is it going to be that? That would be really funny. Oh, I used to hate Tony because of, her kiss with Jughead, but I realized it wasn't her fault, and she doesn't even like him. Choni!
We love Choni here.
Alright, Hunter James said, OMG idea, we get the Archhead kiss because fan service, and it ties in strongly to the Sabrina spinoff.
Wait,
so,
what?
like, Sabrina makes it happen for fan service? I'm down.
With her powers?
I'm down. You know what? It's only fair that they kiss, considering every other combination has kissed.
That is
at this
true.
Point. You know, I'm not here for the homophobia. Let them kiss.
Oh. I'm like, where is this conversation going?
It's only fair. It's only fair.
If they want to.
Yeah. You know, they can get drunk and do it once, and then we'll all laugh about it. And have a good old time and see lots of gifts. Derek Hogan said, do you think Archie will stop working for Hiram since he stole control of the Dark Circle from him and gave it to Reggie. What were you going to say?
I think he more is not being a part of that also because... Sorry, no, I lost my train of thought. Go.
Because of Fred?
Yes.
I think it's more so that, too. I think he's starting to realize, like, he should start prioritizing his own family. Like, he needs to... Well, also, they sold him out right on that stage and said he created the Dark Circle.
Yes.
I think he realized in the moment, I can't trust these mofos. He needs to stick with the people that are going to really have his back, and that's his father.
They keep throwing him under the bus. Like, my God, I can't think. Lord help me.
Oh, what are you trying to think? Give me a bit and I'll try and fill in.
I'm trying to figure it out what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, what is it?
So he mainly was involved because of Veronica.
That's true.
And now Veronica's like, no. I want to support Fred. I want to be a part of Fred. My parents don't believe in me. They don't trust me. So that was like a big reason why he was also involved was because Veronica. Veronica's not involved anymore.
I think Veronica got told off with her parents because they were supposed to be letting her in with this and let her be a part and let her make decisions so she can kind of like, bring it to the light. And Hiram's not letting her be a part of that. And she's done. Which I understand.
And he took her money, damn it. That's my hard-earned money. I threatened those people for money.
I mean, it's kind of good it'll be in a trust because at least she'll have that money to spend on whatever she wants when she's 21.
But it's still my money.
But it's screwed up for now because she could have invested that into this casino where she could have made more. Way more. I think she's going to figure out a way to do that, but I also don't know how a 16-year-old is going to own a casino when she legally can't gamble. Things to think about. Nicholas Kelly said, do you seriously think we will eventually go down to see Greendale? I mean, Sabrina did have many interactions with their main group, since she did have some beef with Jughead in the comics. I think the main problem of this is going to be, at least because in the U.S., Riverdale airs, on the CW, and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is going to be on Netflix.
I did not know that.
So that, I think, is going to be the main hurdle. But I believe in, like, the UK and everything, Netflix, Riverdale is on Netflix, so it wouldn't necessarily be a problem there. Let me know if I'm wrong. I think there could potentially be some crossover stuff. But it would have to be limited to each show. Like, they couldn't have, like, something that starts in one episode and continues to another, if that makes sense. Like, they would have to be, like, cameos for each specific show.
You think Netflix agreed to having, a situation like that?
I'm not sure.
Unless they cast their own Sabrina situation?
I do think Sabrina is going to be darker than Riverdale.
Because it's on Netflix.
Yes, but also because it's going from a source material that's, like, horror-based, like... For Riverdale, they didn't go off, like, I think it was Jughead the Hunger, or there was a couple, like, zombie, like, plotline things going on, and that was around the same time they started doing Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, so those were in, like, kind of the same universe.
Okay.
In, like, this newer canon. So, I would potentially like to see some crossover just because, like, there's a lot of cool character interactions. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do it because of those restrictions.
Gotcha.
Sabrina is getting a canon spinoff. Yep. I have Archie comics. They're good. Yeah. Yeah, Archie and Jughead is called Jarchie. Rose Payne said, do you think Betty will make the right decision in the end with all the Black Hood stuff and her darkness? I don't think she's going to defend her father in this. I think she wants to turn him in and wants to catch him.
With the type of person we know Betty to be, she would ultimately turn him in.
I don't think she would, turn a blind eye because it's her dad. I think it's going to hurt a lot, and it's going to kind of break her family in a way again. But I hope what it does is make her and, Alice stronger as, like, a duo. Maybe Polly can come back. If Hal's gone, maybe...
She's not.
I said maybe.
I'm just saying she's not.
So it would be interesting to see. I think it would also open up a couple doors for, other ships and things. Georgie Kiska's fan service. Max Pepper says, hentai is art. That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. Who would be cast as Jelly Bean? Oh yeah, because she's supposed to come in season 3. They said.
Isn't she around like?
I think she's supposed to be 10 or 11.
10 or 11.
I don't know actresses around that age to tell you, to be honest. But
there's a ton on Disney Channel.
There's a ton on Disney Channel, but I don't think they would go that route. I think it would be someone that's not known.
Well, she might not be known to us, but she probably would have been seen somewhere.
Well, it would be a child actor for sure. I don't think it would be like a super popular one, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Nicholas Kelly said, at SugarCoat, do you think we will eventually go down to see Greendale? I mean, the main crew had plenty of interactions with Sabrina. Okay.
Did we read this one already?
I think they just resent it because we didn't see it before.
Oh, okay.
Like we said, it would be interesting to see them go down to Greendale. Thanks for liking our Attack on Titan videos. Purple Diamond said, I think Reggie was so upset about Midge because they were friends. At least that's how it came up in the scene when he gave her Jingle Jangle. Okay, I think that's a fair assessment. You know,
but to go that far?
2 wrongs don't make a right, but I can definitely see in Reggie's mindset why he would do that. Especially if he's being paid on top of it.
Okay, you said paid on top of that. Now it explains a lot more.
I do, but I also am kind of like, why would he need to be paid? Isn't he rich? Isn't his family rich? Maybe not in the show, but they are in the comics. Andrew James said Reggie can go get shot. Fine.
No, Reggie. No, Reggie.
Oh, also, Hunter James has another theory. Jughead goes too far and commits the murder next season. I mean, him and Betty have already been covering up evidence.
He's probably like, I'm tired of this town. I'm going to just kill all these people.
All Charmed Original said, and Alice can end up behind bars too for her part in the murder. Season 3 can be called Riverdale is the New Black or Orange is the New Riverdale.
And they just, go inside the prison and see how they're all dealing with each other.
That could be another crossover. Look, if Kimmy Schmidt and Orange is the New Black can have a crossover, anything can.
They did?
Remember Gretchen, went to jail for the terrorist thing? Spoilers for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt last season.
What?
And the prison she went to was Lynchfield.
Really?
Yep. Go back and watch the episode, you'll see.
Now I have to.
Yep. Nicholas K said again. Also, Juanita, I've been thinking, do you think we will get to see the legendary Salem the cat? Since I really want to know who might find him. I'm guessing Cheryl, maybe Jughead. Ooh, that would be so fun. But I don't think it's going to happen because, like I said, the differences on where they're going to be distributed, especially in the U.S.
They need to. I love Salem.
I think Salem is definitely 100% going to be a part of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Well,
he's her,
familiar? I don't know.
Yes. No.
Oh, was that right?
In the comics, I believe he's her familiar.
Wow.
So it would be, like, crazy fun to see. So
it would be cool, like, at the end of the season, somebody found a black cat, and they're like, and it has a little tag, and it has, like, a little S. Oh, I would scream.
Oh, I like the hashtag, let him get shook. Alright. Totally T said, Riverdale should take the route of Archie's Weird Mysteries. Oh, is that the animated show with all the... Is that the animated one from, like, the 2000s? Terminal said, the powers that be have said no crossovers will happen for season 1 and 2 of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Oh, they probably have them planned out. Alright.
So no crossover anytime soon, guys. Boo.
Alright, boo. But we'll hope for it in the future. Nicholas Kelly said, at SugarCoat, do you think Cheryl will embrace her darker tendencies? I mean, she does give me a Poison Ivy and some serious witch vibes.
She does, doesn't she?
She does. If anyone remembers, like, last season there was, like, a rumor going around about Alice being, like, a witch, and, like, because when people thought Sabrina was going to be on Netflix, on CW, they were thinking, like, maybe in Alice's past, like, her family, like, she fell in love with a human, and that's why, she wasn't, like, a witch anymore, because the thing is, if you fall in love with a human, you have to, like, give up your powers.
Like Ariel?
In a way, yeah.
Okay.
Will Cheryl embrace her darker tendencies? I don't think so, at least at this point. I think she'll still be a queen bee, like HBIC and everything like that. But I think especially with the direction they're trying to go with Choni and everything that it seems like.
We're seeing a much softer side. Cheryl in love, you know.
I think they're going to try and ground her a little bit more. I really, really loved seeing her interactions with Betty this episode, and I liked seeing...
so good.
I liked seeing their relationship develop, and I would love, love, love to see more of that stuff in season 3, because as much as I love the couples and everything like that, I like to see them also interact with other, you know, characters and create stronger relationships.
Like friends. Like, I have friends, you know?
But you also have friends. Hello, Rave Royal. Thank you. We're okay today.
Oh, they asked how are we?
Yes, they asked how are we today.
Juanita is tired as hell. Let me just say that now. But let's go on.
Like I said, like we said in the beginning, we got a lot going on, but that was 55 minutes ago. Nicholas Kelly said, the Jones men will always do anything for Cooper women, so that makes sense.
They would. They covered up a murder for Cooper women.
Yeah, last episode FP was like, he's like, no, we can't be involved with murder. But if they want us to help them cover it up, we'll do it. That's basically what he said. Tell me I'm wrong.
That's basically what he said. He's like, we can't kill them. We can't do anything. This is their problem, but
we'll help them after. Because they're ride or die, but they're not ready to go to jail.
You still would go to jail for that, though.
That's true. Luke Stack said, I think Chick did really die from the Black Hood. Oh, I 100% think it's possible that he did. But until we see a body, it's going to be, you know, uncertain.
Sorry, look, a big message popped up.
Yeah, I think there's just some delay, like, with us streaming live and then the chat.
Oh, okay.
Which isn't a problem.
Chicken's dead. It's just, where is his body?
That's true. Rose Payne said, do you guys want to see more Cheryl and Betty as a cousin duo? 100% we do. 100%. I would love to see more of it. We were joking during the episode. We're like, oh, people are going to start shipping them. And I was like, well, if Polly and Jason could be together, I guess they technically could. And you know what? It's the internet. Do what you want. We're not here to police you, basically. Looking forward to seeing reactions of Attack on Titan again in July. We'll tell Sarah about that.
July?
I think the 3rd season's coming out.
Oh, really?
Yes, we might have to react to that trailer. We'll let you know, guys.
Oh, can you guys believe it's May?
It's May.
No, I can't believe that it's May already. My birthday's coming up. Woohoo!
June is her birthday month, guys. Oh, maybe we'll do like a live stream for like celebrate your birthday.
I'll probably be drunk as hell.
That would be so fun. Okay, guys, let us know if you would like to do a birthday live stream. Because I'm having a lot of fun doing this live stream. I think we should do more.
Let us know if you like it.
Yeah. Charmed Original said, Sam was 100% in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. He will be seen as a cat as well as in his human form.
No!
Oh. He was turned into a cat by the mother of a witch. He stood up at the altar.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that backstory. That's
I love it.
Well, because in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, he was like a war criminal.
Yeah! He was like a dictator trying to take over the world and such.
Mm-hmm. Luke Stack said, I feel like Hermione is going to kill the Black Hood as well. Ooh. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, she was in the trailer. She was like, she had the gun. She was shaking from the little shootout because literally she almost died tonight.
She was pissed about that. You could see it simmer. Like, she was scared, yes, but I could see she was pissed.
Like, her makeup was running. Like, Hermione was like...
Oh, absolutely.
She was mad.
Hunter James said, FP and Jughead need an episode with just their storyline. That would be interesting to do in season 3. Like, do you guys remember the episode where they did the 3 separate stories and you just followed that story through?
For like a good...
And then you saw the next story and the next story? I think that would be something interesting to do again, maybe with parents and child. So, like, FP and Jughead, Alice and Betty, and maybe
Archie
Fred and Archie.
And
then also Veronica and one or both of her parents. I think that would be an interesting episode to do. Riverdale writers, if you're watching, you can take that idea. Give me credit. Just give some credit.
You'll get that credit in an empty box.
Yeah. Fatima Perez said, I hope that the Black Hood is someone we don't expect or we haven't seen much. My friend think it could be Tall Boy. I just need a good plot twist. I still think it's Fred. God, not Fred. Hal. Yeah, Fred's trying to kill himself, guys. Plot twist.
Tall Boy.
Tallboy did have green eyes.
I could
so
see
I think
it.
It's possible.
I could see it.
But I just am firmly in the camp that it's Hal.
Because he just knows too much information about Betty, right? Like,
absolutely.
Unless there's a stalker that's been stalking her since, like, the age of 5.
That would just be weird.
That's true.
Hunter James said, so basically I just need a Serpents episode. That would be good, too.
Yeah.
A day in the life of a serpent.
Ooh,
that would be really good.
I need a past tense episode, like, now.
Like a parent flashback, or like...
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, come on.
They grew up in this town, all of them.
I mean, honestly, if you really want to do it a certain way, you could have the kids play the adults.
But what about some of
No, like in the flashback.
Yeah.
So maybe the adults are telling it and they cut back to them. But like
the actors
that, so like who plays Betty, Veronica, whatever, like partly play their parents. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be interesting.
That'd be cool.
I think that'd be something cool to do. Potentially. Also, your birthday month twins with Fatima.
Woohoo! Are you a Cancer or a Gemini? I'm a Cancer.
Important question.
It's a very important question.
Luke Stack said there are only two.
We are the only two.
We are the only two that think Hal's the. I can't read apparently. Everybody on the fandom says it might be Chick or Sheriff Keller. Well, we'll have to see who's right and who's wrong.
So there's possibilities of these men so far. Sheriff Keller.
She's a Gemini.
Oh. Sheriff Keller, Hal, Tallboy, Chick. I don't think it's Chick.
I don't think it's Chick.
I think it's possible.
How would it be Chick if the Black Hood showed up to collect Chick and possibly kill him?
That is true.
That's just my opinion.
But if Hal had a twin...
Ooh. I do. That's an interesting theory. I like that one. Rose Payne said, there are a lot of speculations that Alice and FP's son is still alive. I'm not so sure, but what do you guys think? I think because of the massive popularity of Bughead, that the sibling just can't be alive. It would interfere, I think, too much. And they really made it seem like, he's dead and everything. So...
I mean,
there's always potential for it in the future, but I personally don't think he is.
But Chick is not really that reliable of a source.
That is also true, but... Yeah, but I guess you could also say the random woman at the door is not a reliable source either, because we don't know her.
Random woman?
Oh, Tina Ann said, make that 3 people. I think Hal's the Black Hood. Shout out, Tina!
I'm on the fence about it being technically Hal.
I personally don't think he's still alive.
Charles?
Yes. We just call him Charles to, differentiate. It's just easier.
Charles and Chick.
Yes.
Charles looked like the singer on YouTube, Troye
Sivan?
Like, in the picture, it kind of...
A little bit.
It made me think, he kind of resembles him a little bit.
That's interesting. People are like, why does the picture of Alice and FP's supposed son not even look like that? People are like, it looks more like Fred. Couldn't tell you. Nicholas Kelly said, FP did say they will not murder, but covering them up and maiming a person seems totally okay. OMG, FP is literally Batman, because Batman won't kill, but he will name a person on a dime for Catwoman.
I'm Batman.
I like that.
Well, yeah, you like...
Yeah.
Batman.
This case for Riverdale would be Alice Cooper. Yeah. Agreed, Nicholas. Charmed Original said, with 2 episodes left this season, we're sadly not getting a parent flashback episode this season like we were promised.
We were promised?
Were we promised?
Oh.
I mean, we've definitely got hints of the background, but I understand why they might not have had full time to develop that plotline this season, especially with all the Black Hood stuff they had to wrap up.
Maybe
and everything.
Maybe next season with the mayor stuff.
So I would definitely like to see it, now, that would be really good to put side by side with the mayoral campaign and things that happened in the past.
Yeah.
Also a good idea.
Maybe Fred ran for president in high school and he didn't win because he lost to somebody I don't know. I'm trying.
I know you Riverdale writers are about to start writing soon, so feel free to include some of these ideas. Nicholas Kelly said, make that campsite for Hal being the Black Hood 4, because I'm already there with my tent set up. Oh, I just want to see the young FP and Fred bromance. Yes.
Because they were, best friends.
Well, I'm assuming it would be something similar to Archie Jughead, but probably more bro-y. Oh, it's making me think about, we're going to reference Grease right here. Danny and Kaneki.
Okay.
Where they're, like, about to do the drag race, and it's like, be my second. Hug. Comb the hair. No homo. But, you know, I think Riverdale can, you know, allow itself to be a little more gay.
I feel like we had missed one.
You can look back.
Coming out. Attack on Titan trailers coming out on YouTube. Good to know.
Good to know.
Okay, Purple Diamond. Which character do y'all love the most, and is that different than what you would have said in season 1?
I think my favorite character is still Betty, and I would have said that from season 1.
Really? I didn't know that was your favorite character.
Why? Who'd you think was my favorite?
God, I don't know.
I really, really love Alice, personally. But I think Betty's my favorite. I just really enjoy her character. And I think she has a good balance of, like, justice and forthrightness and kind of an interesting mix of, like, darkness in her. I don't think she's Ms. Perfect or anything like that. And I think she has some, like, interesting flaws going on. And I just really like her character. Who would you say is your favorite?
My favorite character. I would say so far it's Alice. I base my favorite characters on people that generally make me smile and laugh the most. That's the type of person I am. I like to be constantly smiling. And a character in a show that constantly gets me laughing, smiling, is generally my favorite. And with the things that she doesn't necessarily say funny things, but her actions make me laugh so fucking hard. So she's probably like one of my favorite. If we're not basing that off of, like, you know, being funny or doing things, and I would have to say Jughead because of just, like, the type of person. And, like,
oh, I can see that for you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, he's not good. He's not bad. He's in between. He's doing this, doing that, you know?
Yeah, he tries to do what he thinks is right.
Yeah.
Which you can respect.
Who would I say last season was my favorite character?
It's definitely in our season 1 wrap-up video. In our season 1 finale video.
I don't think I was in that. Remember?
We'll have to go back. We can't remember. It was too long. Oh, you're right.
I wasn't in that.
Fatima Press said, you guys are my favorite reaction channel. Love your Riverdale reviews. Love the Grease reference.
Yay!
Yeah. Aw, thanks, Fatima.
My cousin
Grease
has
is a
that
great
name.
movie. Grease is a great movie. That's all I gotta say about that. Nicholas K said, hashtag more gays in the words of Coach from Teen Wolf, hashtag go gays. Coach was honestly the best character on Teen Wolf by the end. Sorry, I couldn't watch after Derek left. No lie here. Being brutally honest. I stuck it out as long as I could.
I would watch here and there because...
I watched it.
Yeah.
And yes, I will admit I was a Derek shipper. There you go. Trump said, yes, they said the flashback episode was supposed to happen this season. Well, they lied. Hunter James said, I was on the How Being the Hood campsite as soon as I saw his eyes. This episode, they looked like they color corrected his eyes at one point. I'm just gonna say
Maybe they
that.
gave him little contacts to throw us off.
Yeah.
You ain't slick.
Luke Stack said, favorite ships.
Bughead.
Bughead.
Phallus.
Yes. They can coexist, guys. It's all good. Definitely those two. I like Choni.
Yes, we like Choni. I don't mind Veronica and Archie. They actually seem pretty good together.
No, they're definitely solid and everything. I would just like to see them be a little softer. And I'd like to see a bit more dorky Archie.
They always go through some harsh plot lines.
Yeah.
They're not...
I think that's why I don't, like, feel as attached. Necessarily. I like both their characters and everything. I'm just not super attached. And honestly, I don't think I'd really want to see them with anyone else, like, at this point anyway.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like...
They're good together, but we want to see more of, like, a...
Yeah.
Teen romance type of thing.
It's kind of like a default, but...
Not mafia.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's basically it for now. Nicholas Kelly said, my favorite character has to be between Cheryl, Alice, and sadly the only male that I care about at this moment is Chuck, because he had such a huge turnaround. Oh, I really have been liking Chuck, and I would really like to see him actually, like, you know, fully get that redemption and be kind of like the sweet Chuck from the comics.
Oh, he's sweet in the comics?
He's actually really nice, and he likes, like, drawing and stuff like that.
Oh.
He's actually really, really nice in the comics.
Why did they do that to Chuck?
I'm okay with them giving him the redemption to get there.
Okay.
You know, I'm okay with that. 100 James said his favorite is Juggy. Nicholas Kelly said, I love your reactions, and trust me, I feel the same way, thank God. Another star shipper. I kind of left that a bit a while ago, but...
She's calmed down from that. It's been a couple of years, actually.
Yeah, but I was riding on that when it was happening, and there was, you know, some potential, and then ripped the rug out from under you.
Not me. I didn't care.
Look, this is not the video to discuss queer baiting. That's a whole other issue. Caitlin O'Brien said, what would Riverdale have to do to make you stop watching? I think it would have to decline in quality enough. I do think the first half of the second season was a bit messy, certainly. But usually when I stop watching a show, either I feel like it's lost what it was originally intending.
Yeah, we do.
And it's kind of lost the plot, and it's gone on for so long that it's like, what's the point of it going on anymore?
Yeah.
And so much has been taken away. Especially, it doesn't help when, like, core characters leave and stuff like that.
But, I mean, they can't stay there forever.
No, I understand. But when you can tell a character left unexpectedly and they kind of had to write around it.
That is true.
Doesn't help, for
sure. Or even when everyone is still involved, but the writing is not up to par to what got you attached to the show in the first place.
One of the things we can 100% say that for is Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
The first 3 seasons as, like a soapy teen drama were, like, on, like, pitch perfect. And it got, like, better and better with each season. Like, season 3 was an absolutely great season of Vampire Diaries. And then, once Elena turned, it just kind of... It didn't have the same heights. And you can also attribute that to... I can't remember his name. It was Kevin something. But the original showrunner, you know, left.
At that point.
And I think that also can really change a show up. And when the show doesn't feel the same anymore, and you don't feel like it's changed in a good way... It kind of doesn't,
makes
you know,
not want to
work.
watch anymore. Like,
there are shows that have, like, changed and evolved that, like, really work. Like, if you look at, like, the beginning of, like, Parks and Rec and stuff like that.
Good God.
They're completely, it's, like, a completely different show.
It is.
So that's just my opinion on that and what would make us stop watching. Hunter James, my theory is that Betty becomes a killer. Interesting.
She kind of is, though.
She kind of is. Rose Payne said, yes, thank you, Buckhead and Fowls can coexist, just maybe with a couple awkward dinners. That would be so fun to see.
That'd be funny to watch.
Charmed Original asked, if you two had to each choose one character to die at the hands of the Black Hood by season's end, would you choose Archie, Betty, Jughead, Veronica, Kevin, Cheryl, or Josie?
Good God.
Bye, Archie. I'm sorry.
I was thinking it too, but, you know.
It would be such a good plotline for Fred and Mary. They could get back together.
God, we're heartless. Sorry, guys.
We're heartless. Honestly, I don't think any of them would. It's just that at this point in time, Archie isn't as interesting to me.
I thought Archie was
much,
much more interesting in season 1 when he was doing that Miss Grundy thing. Yes, I wasn't happy about it, but was it keeping me
intrigued? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, things change, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Nicholas Kelly said, trust me, you will enjoy and feel some type of way after watching Ruby. Oh, Volume 5, Chapters 11 through 3, the feels is strong. Oh, God.
Oh,
we're almost there. I promise. We've just been having a hard time, like, getting time to film. Leanne, I don't know how to say that last name, so I'm not going to butcher it. I have 2 theories for the Black Hood. First one might be Hal, second one would be Ethel's dad. Oh.
Have we ever seen him? No.
No, but he did get really screwed up by everything. That would be interesting. I definitely think...
You guys are just so smart.
Yeah, like I said before, I think Hal is probably working with someone. I think that would definitely be someone he could enlist.
But what if he's not working with someone and it's just that person?
Then okay.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. What am I going to do? I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to watch the show and relax. Hunter James said, do you hope there are new costume designs for Volume 6 of Ruby?
No, we just got some. right?
I can deal with it for another season, then they can do a new costume.
Yeah, I like these so far.
Mm-hmm.
I like them a lot, actually.
Nicholas Kelly said, "Preach, Alyssa, I feel the same way about Vampire Diaries." And the show, oh, Kevin Williamson. There we go. Oh, someone answered. They said they would miss Josie Lees. I guess you can't be friends with Tina Ann.
No. Well, that's because she's not even in the show that much, so how could you miss her?
I definitely understand. If you're not attached to her from kind of like outside, I feel like it. Nicholas Kelly also said, and how the Vampire Diaries basically treated Matt Donovan, Bonnie Bennett, and Tyler Lockwood seriously hurt. They messed up so badly with Bonnie.
That's a whole nother live stream.
Oh, that would be a good live stream. Let's rant about it. One day we will, guys. Dumb and completely unethical actions. True. Don't feel bad. I chose Archie too. Thanks, Charmed Original. Yeah, season 2A Archie was pretty damn boring. I agree, Rose. Pain. Luke Stack said, I heard Riverdale lost 50% of its viewers since its season 2 premiere. What do you think happened? I think season 2A was a bit rough for some people to get through because it did go through some bumps. I would say typically, and I even saw an article about this on Vulture, that season 2s of TV shows tend to be either like one of the best seasons or one of the worst seasons.
Yeah, you talked to me
For
about
example,
this.
they were like Scandal is season 2 is like the best Scandal of season hands down. In the writer's opinion. I would like to see how season 3 kind of goes. I definitely think they adjusted well in the second half of
they definitely did.
This season because they kind of saw the feedback. So I think they can definitely readjust. So I would like to see how they come back in season 3. And, you know, I would like to, you know, have more opinions for them then. I feel like if you stuck it through, like, it's still there. Like the Riverdale that we know and love. Don't feel bad. Everyone chooses Archie. It's a logical choice.
Yep.
I just don't think Archie's had the most interesting plot lines he could have. I also think Archie needs to be a bit more lovable. He needs to be a bit more of a lovable dork because that's kind of who Archie is. Oh, sorry, Hunter James. You have to leave for school. Have fun at... Well, good luck at school. She just got a phone call. So sorry if that cut out. We should... Hello? So her mom was calling, and we got cut out there.
Mom had a very odd question. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I think we got to wrap this up pretty soon. We've been going for like an hour and 20 minutes. Not an hour. We've been going for like an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And almost an hour and 20. But do you guys have any last questions? We'll give you a minute, and then we'll answer them, and then we'll say goodbye. The fandom from my perspective on Archie is basically that hide your kids, hide your Wi-Fi, and he goes, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. All right, let's give them a minute to send any last questions.
It's boiling in here.
Oh, I agree. It's so hot.
I feel like the Elmo picture.
Are we not live? No, we're live. Okay. I'm not live on my phone. I'm being dumb right now. Also, let us know if you guys liked this live stream. Let us know in the chat, in the comments below. Did you like this live stream, and would you like to see another live stream next week? And until the finale.
Oh yeah, there's 2 more.
Yep.
We can probably try and live stream us just sitting and watching it if you want.
It might have to be on Instagram. Because that's how people tend to... Because there's like no content ID on
Really?
Instagram. No.
Interesting. Yes, do more. We will.
Okay, then I guess we'll do more. You know, we got a pretty positive response from this. And I kind of want to see... I hope this archives and saves on our channel. I hope it saves. Because otherwise, oh no.
We're screwed.
Oh, you guys had fun? Yay. When is the Bonnie Bennett live stream? I need this ASAP. We might just do some random live streams in the future, and maybe that'll just be a topic we decide to talk about.
Yeah, because this wasn't really
planned.
planned.
I'm sorry you just joined, Mohammed. Well, hopefully we'll do more, and you can be here for those. But maybe we could just do a whole live stream one week on the Vampire Diaries. I feel like we could talk about that for a while.
Don't get me started.
Oh boy. Damon, I love you. I'm sorry. No, I'm being dramatic. All right, guys.
Let's start reading them.
Okay.
Go up a little bit. Oh, bye, Japan. I don't think we saw that earlier. Sorry.
Okay. Just imagine Josie and Kevin. Yes, we would like them to bond more. I also heard KJ said the word, there would be a tragic death. Who do you think it would be? I think Fang's death, if it is a death, is kind of tragic in a way because of the way it happened.
Not really, though. It's not really tragic.
All right, who would be a tragic death? It would be a parent, I think, would be a tragic
death. A
parent
would be a tragic death.
Oh, boy. Don't be Fred. I couldn't handle that.
Well, he used up one life.
If it's the Black Hood's death, that could be tragic because if it is Hal, the impact it would have on Betty and everything would be, like, tragic.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. Rose Payne said, I love Betty so much. However, I hate that she keeps things from Jughead. Do you think they will have better couple development and be more open as the show goes on? I definitely understand why Betty hasn't necessarily told him, like, about some of the Black Hood things because she hadn't really told anyone. Well, she told Archie, but that was kind of because he found out. It would be good to kind of see them, just talk about it a little more, though.
Yeah, because what we had in the beginning episode wasn't really anything. It was just like, I feel like hopefully she feels more comfortable opening up to him about situations because she, like, lied to him last week because he was like, oh, it was on the phone. She was like, my dad. But it was the Black Hood. It might still be her dad, technically. Whatever. But she didn't tell him what was going on.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that'll be next week.
Her actually opening up about her situation?
Yep. And Nicholas Kelly said, I got some things to say about that. As a young black man who basically the only reason to watch the show was Bonnie at one point. See how they did her wrong constantly made my blood boil.
Mine too.
Guys, we will do it, okay?
My blood was hell. It was lava.
We will do that live stream and we will talk about it all. Muhammad asks, have you watched ReZero? If you didn't, you should. We'll look it up. And Caitlin O'Brien said, what storyline of Riverdale would you change and to what?
Storyline? That's already happened? Something got in my eyes.
I guess so. I mean, the first half of the season with the Black Hood was a little, like,
I didn't like that.
Crazy, but I understand they had to find something to fit into 22 episodes, and they hadn't had that long to, like, work with before.
Yeah, it was, like, really back-to-back.
I just wish it could have been a little more... I wish there could have been a little bit more of a balance between, the murder mystery and some more levity.
I mean, they could have kept the plot, just reworked it better. So we didn't really need to change it, but just, like, format it better. Had it run more smoothly. I feel like I would have enjoyed it more.
Absolutely. All right, guys, it's almost 11 o'clock here. We definitely hung out for a while. We'll be back next week. We'll try doing another live stream. After the episode, it'll probably be around 9:30 after it airs on the East Coast. So if you guys can find a way to watch it when the East Coast watches,
be our guest?
Yeah.
Be our guest.
Be our guest. Put our service to the test. And we'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you like this, maybe put the notifications on so you can know when we go live.
Yeah.
And we'll answer this last question. Do you think that on Netflix that Sabrina or maybe even Ambrose Melman will bring back Jason Blossom for revenge or spite? I don't think Jason's going to come back. I don't think they're going to go mystical on Riverdale.
Why are you asking them kind of questions this late at night?
I don't think Riverdale's going to go magic-y.
I don't think so either.
I think it might, if they ever do a crossover with Sabrina, they'll toe the line. But I don't think they'll fully go into that.
Maybe he's a zombie.
And with that, guys, we're signing off. Bye. Peace.